For those of you who've seen some of my other videos, you've seen I've a couple of years ago did an alignment on one of these trio 9r-59ds. They're quite an elaborate looking radio, but they're actually fairly basic. They're just a single conversion front end IF with BFO and basic noise cancelling, valve set. Nice to work on, a good sort of starter shortwave radio. This bought spares as a repair. It's been sitting in the chap's loft for a couple of, well, I don't know how long. Well, I understand it's probably 10-15 years. So it's a not sort of a not known. He doesn't know if it works or not. He didn't want to plug it in. He was scared he was going to plug it in. It was going to go bang. So got it on the workshop today. I'll just run through sort of basic operation of the set. This is a wave change switch here. Basically the set will cover 550 kilohertz to 30 megs in 4 bands. This is your main tuning dial. These are your tuning markers here. And you can see you've got a simple tuning dial here, and then you've got the band spread dial here. And basically band spread, all that does is it gives you it's basically a fine tuning control, and gives you sort of like a vernier adjustment for the tuning. Certainly need that on beat frequency and BFO, or if you're using sideband or CW, it gives you that fine tuning control. This is your beat frequency oscillator that beats the IF with the incoming signal to give you the to resolve the sideband signal, or to give you the tone for the sort of Morse code or continuous wave. As this is the function switch, obviously it's turned off down here. AM noise limiter, which uses part of the valve as a noise suppression, basically stops any large spikes getting through. The send option doesn't mean it is a transceiver. Basically that means that if you've got a radio transmitter or receiver, when you're monitoring with this, you can turn that to send, and that shorts out the front end, stops it from overloading the front end of the radio itself. Single sideband and continuous waves, turns the BFO on, so it's a pretty basic operation. You've got RF gain here, which is basically gain on the front end. There's this click switch fully clockwise, which shorts the bypasses the pot altogether. AF gain is volume control, and antenna tune here is the tuning capacitor. And it sounds like that tuning capacitor is actually got a short on it, because if you listen, going click, it sounds like the fins are bent. We'll have a look at that in a moment. If you're about to buy one of these, there's a word of caution I found out the hard way, and I don't know if I've done any damage to the set. When I got it out of the box, there's a switch on the back here, and I checked it it was in 240 volts, and you can see yes, it's 230 volts, and that was fine. But as I got it out of the box, I must have knocked it, and it's very, very easy to knock it to the wrong voltage. So just before you turn it on, it's a good idea to just check this switch and make sure it's on the right voltage setting, because obviously if it isn't, you're going to put some a large increase on the front end of the transformer. Luckily the fuse blew straight away, but what I'm worried about is it's probably might have damaged a couple of the tubes. Certainly might have taken out a couple of filaments, so I'm hoping that isn't the case. So before you turn it on, check it's on 230 volts. What I'm going to do with this set, and I don't think my other radio has this, is take this switch out, cut this flush, and put a slot in it so you can't knock it so easily. That's a bad design flaw. Speaker terminals out the back. The set I had before had an internal speaker fitted in the top of the grill, which I think is a really good idea because it makes it sort of self-contained, and I'll probably do that the same with this set once I get it going. A remote control port, and I think that's basically just all that does is it gives you control over the you can mute the front end. It's basically the send option, I think. So but if you connect it up to a transceiver, you can automatically mute when you key your microphone. Antenna input. These are, I think someone else has fitted these, and this is like an aerial lead, you know, for a long wire aerial as well. So I think it's pretty fun. These two leads are paralleled up. And this pot here just adjusts the zero on the meter, so that's basically for calibration. A pretty basic set inside, but a nice and sort of certainly nice looking set. Let's put the cover off and I'll show you what's inside. Okay, it's obviously very dusty inside. This is the front end section is down here. These 3 tubes here, or valves here. This is your main tuning gang. This is the, see this tuning gang here, this what looks like a VHF tuning stack, that's actually your band spread. Your main tuning gang is here. No, it's not, it's there. There's your main tuning gang. That's you see the tuning cap down here, that's for the altering the BFO. And you can't see the one, oh maybe you can if I tip the set over. I need to get the base off, but there's the tuning capacitor. As I said, it sounds a bit suspect underneath. Is underneath. I need to have a look at that because I don't like that click sound. IF strips along here, and this is part of the IF as well. So it's pretty basic. This is your detector, and then your detector, and then you got your output valve here. Pretty straightforward. Small output transformer, main transformer, smoothing cap. This valve around here is one of the options. I don't think my other set has this. This is an OA2 valve. It's a precision reference valve. Basically, it's a diode that strikes at a certain voltage, and it's supposed to stabilise the HV. Now, I think that's been fitted in as an optional extra. I'm pretty sure my other set hasn't got this, but it's they're unique because they glow in a sort of like a sort of incandescent sort of almost pinky colour when they're going, and all that does is it stabilises. It's a voltage stabiliser, stabilises the output of the B plus just to stop the set from drifting. So you've got variations in the mains to a degree will compensate for that. So let's plug the set in. As I say, it had a bit of a rough time when I first switched it on, obviously because it was on 115 volts, and I will check that just once more because I'm paranoid about it now. So just check down here, and we are, where are we? There we go, we are in 220 volts, so that's fine. So let's turn the set on and warm it up to see what we get. Okay, so the set is on. Let's turn this light out so we can see for any filaments in the valves. Now these valves are have very small filaments anyway, so it's not easy to see the filament straight away. But hopefully we'll see something in the mo. And the backlight's on. Plug it in properly, that's better. There you go. Wait for it to warm up. You can see the glow of the OA2 rectifier reference valve. So that's obviously working okay. It's looking good for a couple of these 2 IF valves here, all lit up. Output valves are lit. Okay, let's see if we can hear anything. Okay, we've got it. Well, it's sounding promising straight away. So maybe the valves have survived their initial shock. Let's connect an aerial up. Find a piece of wire to get the aerial up. I'll do that and we'll come back. Okay, I connected the aerial lead up to the back of the set. Let's see if we can hear anything. The RF gain's turned full volume. The AF, yeah, there's definitely something wrong there. That doesn't sound right. I've got a funny feeling that the front end's probably shorted out by that tuning cap because I'm not getting anything at all. Getting a bit of a RF noise. What I will do is I'll just inject an IF, see if the IF strip's alive. So I'll do that with the okay, we are getting something on the RF. You see the signal strength, but it's very deaf. Let's go to that. And the IF is actually pretty weak as well. It looks like the IF is peaking around 455. I think from memory that's right, the correct IF frequency. So let's turn that off for a second. So I think what we'll do, next step we'll do is I'll take the base off the set and have a look and see if that tuning cap's shorted out. Okay, here's the underside of the set. These are all the trimmers and adjustments for the front end alignment. Pretty straightforward. You've got a choke and you've got a capacitor for each range. Let's have a look at this trimming capacitor, and you can hear it's making a horrible noise, but I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove that capacitor, stop it from scraping. I can't see. Can you hear that click noise? I mean, those fins don't look bent, but it certainly sounds like it's shorted out. I just wonder if it's had a whack on the front panel and sort of it's shorted the fins out. Can't see anything shorting there. They're close, but oh, actually, it looks like, yeah, it looks like that's a dead short across those two last fins. So I think what I'm going to have to do is try and get that tuning capacitor out and have a look, see if we can straighten that out. So that's probably the first task to do. It looks like it's quite straightforward because it just goes to this tuning lug here, and it's grounded through the base of the set itself. So let's get that off and have a look. Okay, what I've done is, because it's not easy to get this front panel off, I've moved it apart so it shouldn't be shorting now. So if I just hold it apart like that, the set shouldn't be shorted on the front end. We'll power it up again and see what we get. I need to download the manual for it. Somewhere I downloaded a service manual for this. It's very hard to find a service manual for this on the internet. But I'll have another look and see if I can find something. So let's see if we can tune to anything. It's the classic dirty switches. Okay, the set's basically deaf. There we go. So indeed that tuning gang is shorting out. So we need to get that tuning capacitor fixed. I'm not sure what's happened to that, to be honest. I mean, it must have had a knock on the front end or something. We're on AM. And always receiving some noise there. Let's give the valves a wriggle, make sure they're all seated properly. Okay. And they're all a bit flaky, certainly that. Okay, so we got something.
How appropriate that on this day that we celebrate Jesus' birth, that he took on the form of a man to live with us, that we would. Let us out on 0330 123 0184. That's the latest around.
So it needs a service basically. It needs all the pots cleaning out. It needs the all the valve holders cleaning out, and then fixing of the AF trimmer, the antenna trimmer, and then possibly alignment. What I will do is I'll just do a quick check to see what our alignment is. So let's go to 2 megs. Roland Schwartz, and let's see what we got at 2 meg. The switch is really dirty switch. So let's go 2 megs or range B. I'm actually not receiving anything on range B, only because the switch is so badly crusty. Okay, we're quite a long way out, so let's just check our band spread. I think you're supposed to set the band spread to 100. It's all a bit loose, all this stuff needs checking, tightening up. Oh, that's not bad, there you go, 2 meg. So it's showing some sort of signs of working okay. But I'll go through the switches, clean the valve sockets, and then I'll have another go, and we'll see how we get on from there. But yeah, I'll do it once I've got it all working, sorting that condenser out. I'll do an alignment on it, and it'll be up for sale. Thanks for watching.